The following is a presentation of the Retro Network.
Hey Retro fans, welcome back to another episode of the Wax Pack Flashback presented by the RetroNetwork.com. Today we are opening a pack of the Death of Superman cards from 1992 from Skybox. Now Superman went through the Death of Superman storyline that year. These cards came out with it. These were some of my favorite cards from back in the day. So I have opened these before, but I thought, you know, it's fitting with the anniversary of Superman's death that we go this route. So stay tuned. Let's see what's inside. All right. Well, like I said in the introduction to this video, the Death of Superman storyline in the comic books was one of my favorites. And actually, I wrote a feature about it at the debut of the Retro Network, how I fell in love with comic books, a 90s tale. And I go into detail about the Death of Superman storyline. These are from 1992 Skybox. And this does not list any kind of inserts. I don't remember there being inserts. Well, there it is. Bonus Spectra and full stamp cards randomly packed. Maybe we'll get lucky and pull an insert out of here. But I do remember having a lot of these cards at the time to tie into the Death of Superman storyline that was running through the comic books. And I love these cards just because I love the storyline so much. And the look of the cards with the borders, and you get all these scenes from the Death of Superman comic book series. You know, Superman Strikes Back, that's from Superman issue 75, the big final battle. It may say as much. No, but it gives you a little bit of what's going on with the story on the front of the card. Art with Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding. Dan Jurgens is one of my favorite comic book writers and artists because of that storyline. Tears for the Fallen. Mom and Pa Kent learning about Superman being killed. Frontal Attack. More from the... Well, that would have been earlier. That would not have been from Superman 75. That would have been from earlier in the storyline. The Lone Hero. That is a good-looking card. That may end up being my favorite from this pack. Behold the Hero. That's the first card in the set. Monster at Large, Doomsday, Running Wild. More of the story there. That's kind of why I wanted to get this whole set back in the day, was to collect all those story cards and put them together along with the comic book. The Living Shield, that's when Superman was protecting Myra and can't remember the little boy's name there when the orphanage was burning down. 40-ton showdown. Doomsday versus the Big Rig. Moon's Rig, I believe was the guy's name, the truck driver. Not a bad looking set of cards. Again, I think my favorite card from this pack would be this Lone Hero. You could frame that with a nice black background, put it up on your wall, and it would look really cool. But these Doomsday Death of Superman cards, Skybox 1992, I'm very nostalgic about these cards because, again, this is a set that I remember trying to collect them all. It was hard to find the packs of cards, you know, growing up where I did, but this was some that I were able to find at my local Kmart and was buying quite a lot of them. Well, the Death of Superman storyline is one of my favorite comic book storylines. Those cards are some of my favorite cards from the early 90s. They are quite simple in design, but man, that is a lot of nostalgia coming back, opening a pack of those cards and seeing what we find. But next week on the Wax Pack Flashback, you will certainly want to join us because it's Thanksgiving, right? And NBA season is in full swing, and we're giving thanks by opening not one, not two, but 3 packs of NBA trading cards from the 80s and 90s to see what we find inside. Usually, I've been doing non-sports cards, and you like to find, you know, things that bring back nostalgia, but we may actually find some stuff that's worth something in these things right here. So join us next week, the day before Thanksgiving, and we'll go through these 3 packs of NBA trading cards. Until next time, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the Retro Network YouTube channel if you haven't already, and stop by and see us at theretronetwork.com for podcasts, more videos, written features. If you're liking this old stuff, you're going to love theretronetwork.com. But anyway, take care. I'll see you next week.
This has been a presentation of the Retro Network. For more great retro pop culture content, including podcasts, videos, and articles, visit www.theretronetwork.com.